there, Baroness Jenny, recording for the Baron's Party Paints. I am talking about one of the very first figures I've ever done any major edits on, and he's the one who's actually suffered more for it because I'm saving up. Oh, you are going to love the next one I do. You really are, guys. Well, I love her anyway. So, what we have here, this started life as a Tiefling sorcerer. I had a spare one left over from another project I was working on, and I needed his horns and his tail for something. So, very, very, very carefully, the first thing I did was I cut them off with a pair of very sharp clippers that actually came with a set that I bought. I think it's actually a Warhammer set, Warhammer Age of Sigmar set that came with all the basic tools I'd need and quite a few basic paint colours, which actually was genuinely worth the money. I would say that starter kits genuinely worth the money because they give you quite a lot and they give you enough that you could probably get most of your minis painted up if need be. Brush, tools, everything you'd need. But anyway, I clipped off his horns and tail to start off with, and then he was just sat there looking a bit sad and he needed something doing to him, so I thought, let's get ourselves a Water Genasi. That way I've got nearly every flavour of Genasi. All I need now is lemon flavour, or Earth Genasi as I believe they're known. So, what I did, I've painted up his hands, face, anywhere you can see skin in warg flesh. Oh, did I actually? No, I didn't. I told you lies. I'm very sorry about that. What I did was I painted his skin up in moot green and then did a coating of Nighthaunt Gloom over the top of it, which has given him this kind of aquamarine colour. I do apologise for that. I'm usually so much better on remembering what paints I've used. She lied lyingly. His sash and undercoat are Calidor Sky, and the darkest shade of blue on him is Cantor Blue, which I actually quite like now I'm looking at it. Initially I only did this as a sort of let's use him up, but he looks really good with all that. You can see there's embroidery all over his coat, which is also in moot green. That was surprisingly not as tricky as I thought it was going to be, because the figure actually has that embroidery on him, so the paint has a tendency to cling towards those places. All of the silver and armour and the, I guess it's a wand, that thing on his back is lead belcher. It's just my good basic go-to silver. His hair's Abaddon black with his eyes being flash gits yellow. And his magic, with all that line of stuff going down to the corpse, that's volupus pink again. How good does that look? It looks so much like blood when it's not out of context, because it's obviously supposed to be a pink technical to highlight all your pinks. But out of context, doesn't it just look like blood? The little corpse he's reanimating. Now, I know that one was Deathguard Green initially, and then because it didn't look decayed enough, I did the Rakeland Flesh shade over the top, and I did tint a little bit of volupus pink on a couple of places just to look like it was bleeding, and I did dab into its eyes, which I don't know if you can see very well. I dabbed the same tone that I've actually used for his skin tone into its eyes and mouth, just to make it look clear that it's him who's connected to it. The horns covering up that didn't give me any trouble at all, because with the black and it just fades into his hair, so it's not clear he had horns in the first place. But on the back it was fairly clear there was a spot where a tail was attached. I don't have the tools available to me to really just erase that patch, so what I've ended up doing is painted that in silver, and I'm hoping I can get away with claiming that it's sort of his own version of a magic spellbook perhaps, or part of a weapon, maybe a patch of armour. But it's only on the very back anyway, and he's sort of there as a nice spare in case we have friends who want to play Water Genasi and they don't mind too much if it looks like a sorcerer. Okay, so that is the Water Genasi sorcerer. Well, I guess he's a necromancer really, isn't he? He's raising the dead. He's either a necromancer or the world's best doctor. So there he is, and I'll be honest, I really can't wait to show you what I did with his horns and tail. I'm so pleased with how this has come out. I'm really excited, so I'm going to be getting on with that straight after this one. Please turn up for that video. Okay, bye.